So, it would seem that her hacking expertise allowed her to change stuff with the metaverse nav on the phone. That her showing him and was able to pull him into the pull him into the metaverse, just like that. Even though, but wouldn't that pull her in as well? I'm just unsure, really. Asking her about it now would drag the conversation on for too long. I should talk to her later.
Akechi disposed of the fake in the palace and left thinking he had been victorious. It must have been truly hilarious for our leader who sat idly in the real world's interrogation room. Surely he was acting quite cocky by himself in that quiet chamber.
Hey, what do you mean by that?
So that's why you gave me your phone. I only took it because of what you told me.
It's a shame I didn't have the opportunity to see that for myself.
Don't worry about it, Yusuke. We'll play it out later. I mean, I couldn't see it either.
All I could do was try to handle all the messages that started coming to me on his phone. Huh. So in other words, I've been to the metaverse, albeit for a brief moment.
Yes?
In our experience, there is little danger when someone enters their own palace for so short a time.
I guess so, since she was in her own palace after all.
That's the other reason we
So it did take her as well.
We needed you to listen to Alibaba, deceive the guard, and ultimately aid in his escape. By having you head back to the interrogation room, we could return you to the real world as well.
I mean, I had to think of some way to keep you from running into Akechi mid-assassination.
Yeah, that would have been a bit of a problem.
Huh. Astounding.
Still a bit convoluted, and I'm a bit confused, honestly, about how this all went down.
I hadn't the slightest idea that such a grand operation was taking place within me.
Me either.
I'm so glad he was able to persuade you during the interrogation.
Well, what can I say? I have a way with words after I get myself
Even
killed.
though we knew Akechi's plan, we were pretty worried about that part.
Yeah, understandable.
True.
Why is that?
Because if I didn't convince her, I would have been dead.
Without Sis on our side, Futaba's plan and subsequent breakout would have never been possible.
I would have been shot and
That
killed.
persuasion was easily our greatest gamble. We couldn't consult Sis beforehand. It was absolutely the make or break moment of the entire plan.
A bit of a risk, but one I was willing to take.
Still, I'm surprised you could convince me in such a short time. Were you confident you could do it?
Don't remember. Drugs.
Understandable. Either way, I can't believe you went for such a risky idea.
If we could just tell you the true culprit's plan, I knew you'd realize the bigger picture. Realize that our leader was telling the truth, and that there was a greater evil to pursue.
Well, yes, they're actually killing people. We haven't killed anybody.
As a result, we emerged victorious.
For now. But, I'm not really sure I should be showing my face in public at all. Because if I did, I mean, Akechi might catch wind that I just went to school that day. I would imagine we have to keep it on the down low.
Then the reason you kept this a secret from me was so you could catch the true culprit, correct?
Correct.
Yes. Plus, you had lost control of yourself at the time.
We did defeat her shadow, so...
This is stunning. All I can really do is laugh.
I've kind of figured out that you guys made Akechi kill a fake.
Yes, that is correct.
What did you do about the body?
Oh, it just disappeared.
The police never even checked it.
Huh?
That just seems a bit irresponsible,
We
honestly.
had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide. That coroner didn't take one look at the scene and just passed along a falsified death certificate.
What about the body? Did they just not concern themselves where it went?
The bad guys have that much influence?
Like, certainly they would have been like, where's the body?
Murder in a police station would be reckless otherwise. We also knew of a possible conspirator.
Thanks to Futaba-chan's messages and the guard's demeanor, I eventually came to understand. And since the higher-ups at the police knew nothing of this, they were thrown into disarray. As a result, his suicide during imprisonment was reported on the news, just as Akechi planned.
How did they get out so fast as well? It's crazy.
And with that confusion, he was able to escape with Mijima-san's help.
Just scooted on right out of
I
there.
made sure nobody would check the morgue for his body, and thanks to that, nobody knows he survived.
I guess? That's good?
Thinking back to the interrogation, though, I can't believe what they did to him.
It wasn't good.
His use of violence and even drugs is utterly abnormal.
The truth serum was strong
If
stuff.
he had lost consciousness and hadn't been able to tell Sis about the phone, he would have died.
Yeah?
Truly glad you made it back safe.
Thanks, I appreciate that. It was close. I don't remember much.
Don't. You shouldn't have to remember such things.
It was truly awful in there.
It still freaked me out when I saw the suicide on the news, though.
We made sure to live normal lives while he was being interrogated to avoid drawing any suspicion.
I mean, it was only like a couple days.
Even with that, I couldn't help but worry for him in my heart.
And you even with that guy, I thought we took care of that. Why were you even in the car with him? Honestly, that's just... I don't recommend it, Haru. Be safer next time, please.
Well, I knew right away that her plan worked out.
It's like the son of a bitch did it.
I wanted to believe, but considering what we were up against,
It's quite a shock to hear.
Ryuji's a bit on the dense and carefree side.
Yeah, just a bit.
Can it, cat?
That's why we're bros, though.
I had to be patient and avoid this place until things settled down. I finally feel relieved.
Yeah, but you could just like stroll by it at a moment's notice and be like, huh?
we knew he was alive, but it was difficult to not worry until we could confirm it in person.
I still have to remain hidden though. Like I can't go out anywhere ever
Now
again.
that I think about it, my interrogation was just a formality for the head commander. What a joke, letting me interrogate someone who was meant to die. They just wanted to avoid backlash.
But the commander, also, well, the person you were supposed to be reporting to has also been killed now.
Very
So
well. From here forward, I will do my utmost to assist you. You saved
I appreciate
me
it.
after all.
That's reassuring to hear.
but we need to make our moves though.
I'll do whatever I can to help too. Just let me know.
Give us your government contacts. Sojiro, I know you have
Now,
them.
though, this old brain is pooped.
I could use some curry and some coffee.
Oh, and feel free to use the first floor when you guys want to get together to talk. You'll need a hideout where you can be safe. Just say the word, and I'll close shop early.
Are you sure?
He's A-okay with it now.
This guy can't leave. Plus, you won't make much progress if people can hear you from downstairs.
Fair enough.
It's not like this place is the liveliest joint in town. It won't be a huge loss for me.
Surely
Let us
Akechi wouldn't come
accept his
around here
offer.
though.
What a great man.
He truly is a great man. But how can I hang out with people if I'm stuck to this small room? I'm sure the doc is worried sick about me. I'm sure she heard the news saying I committed suicide. She must be completely heartbroken. We probably should inform her that I'm not dead. Dark Sonic. Sounds familiar.
It's me, Akechi.
Enter.
That's the death certificate of the principal offender, correct? Is there a problem with it?
No, nothing in particular.
Just this name sounds very familiar to me.
Importantly, you've done well with regard to the prosecutors.
The cause of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke.
Yeah, but there's blood all over his desk.
I had him work quite substantially on forging evidence.
It's a shame to lose such a man for your operation, isn't it?
Should be mourned.
Yeah, who
It was
cares?
thanks to his efforts that I could enter the Phantom Thieves' interrogation room, too.
The SIU is in disarray with his death. I'll take my time choosing a successor after the elections.
Hey, good luck with that, though. We're taking you out, man.
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom Thieves.
All possible hindrances are now gone. There's no doubt that this election is mine.
Unless you commit your own sins. The world. Tell them what you've done. I'm an innocent man.
And on to our next story. The snap election for the House of Representatives.
Here it
Discussion
comes.
swirling around potential nominees as the deadline for candidacy announcement nears. Candidates will announce on the 23rd of this month, while voting will be held on the 18th of next.
Oh, man.
Elections, huh? Don't matter to us. It's not like we can vote in them yet anyways.
True!
Why don't we resume our conversation?
Why do they show Shido on the screen?
Well, the Phantom Thieves are back together. We can finally take it to Akechi and the bastard backing him.
Have you figured out who's behind all this?
Akechi accidentally let that slip after the murder. He said, Shido-san.
Shido.
Feels like I've heard that somewhere.
We're about to hear it on the news.
He is unmistakably a man of power if he has such strong connections to the police.
It's not good. He's also the man who who got me in trouble in the first place.
Shido? Could it be Masayoshi Shido?
Who?
I believe he's a politician. Remember, Ryuji? You said his speech was too loud.
I do remember that.
For real?
Yes, for real.
It's certainly possible that Shido is the mastermind.
Huh?
Do you have some kind of evidence?
Nothing material. However, there are various conditions which align with that possibility.
It's all his names were stricken from the record with my arrest, so no one knows about it.
First, he would profit from damage done to the current administration by the psychotic breakdowns. He's maintained a negative stance toward the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous popularity. On top of that, he'll most likely become the next Prime Minister if he wins this upcoming election.
That would be bad.
No!
Did he set us up with that election in mind?
That seems to be the case. He wanted to make sure he was shoo-in to win.
If he is behind all this, that would be in stark opposition to his honest public image.
So his current position and popularity is just him benefiting from the mental collapses.
Everything adds up.
We'll make him have a change of heart, no matter what it takes.
That's a dangerous thing, but we'll do what we can.
Shido, huh?
He knows who he is.
What is the matter?
I worked with him in the
I
past.
had a feeling he was wrapped up in all this. Just based on the connections I had from my previous job. I think
The
the
government.
one who crushed Wakaba's research and confiscated her materials was probably Shido. From the moment Wakaba died, I had a hunch he was involved.
Should have brought this up sooner, man.
But there wasn't anything I could do. So I chose to protect Futaba and went into hiding.
I mean, it's for the best.
Why didn't you say that sooner?
You guys would have definitely gone after him if I had. He would have just killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he usually does to people who get in his way.
Or gets me in trouble and sends me away.
Originally, I was looking into the mental shutdown cases.
But then a certain detective was put on the
It was then that I
case.
accidentally stumbled upon government research regarding the psychotic breakdowns. So I tracked down the whereabouts of that research data and met with the associated parties.
And ended up here as well, trying to get information from Sojiro about Futaba and her mom, the research that had gone missing.
Boss was one of those parties.
Yep, it's all come
I
together.
would never have imagined all of this was connected.
It's amazing how the world
The
works.
mental shutdowns, psychotic breakdowns, Shido, and even the Phantom Thieves' actions.
Way back when, Shido kept saying he was going to be Prime Minister one day. Nobody believed him, though.
But here he is now.
What's going to happen to this country if Shido becomes Prime Minister? What about the world?
Bad stuff if he can just control who he wants dead.
The issue is simpler than that. This is nothing more than yet another selfish adult trying to impose his will on the public.
True.
We gotta expose that rotten bastard!
Yeah, we'll do it like always. Then let's check
This won't be
them out.
easy.
Masayoshi Shido, the guy running for Prime Minister. Got a hit! Well, duh. Ain't a surprise he has one.
Yes.
Where would the location be?
Now that is a good question.
What kind of things go through a politician's head?
I always think of dirty money and shady actions.
Well, I think he's after a bit more than that.
What does he do? And where? We don't got a clue about this guy's life.
He likes women.
His palace must be somewhere that politicians frequent. Any ideas?
Diet building, fancy restaurant. Diet building?
We got a hit!
Well, that was easy.
How arrogant must he be to see himself as the ruler of the Diet Building?
Our next target's the big shot politician Masayoshi Shido. We're gonna do this, right?
But what's the key word, though? What about Akechi?
No need to waste time with him. We just gotta hit the head. Nobody against it?
Of course.
He will be a worthy opponent.
You can say that again.
Let's win this together.
He has my camera strap.
Time for revenge.
I'm gonna need to ask for that back, Akechi. That's mine.
Then it's unanimous.
All we gotta do now is figure out what he thinks that diet building place is.
So that's the app that allowed me to enter the metaverse.
An old fart like me can't wrap his head around all this stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty complicated.
We'll have to deal with this before Election Day, December 18th. That means we need it done by the 17th.
It's best we hurry before they discover there's no body in the morgue.
True. They should move fast on that one.
Should we start tomorrow then? We can meet at the diet building after school.
I can't, though.
That reminds me, what are you gonna do about school? You can't show up if you're supposed to be dead.
Miss Kawakami said he went back home for family reasons.
What a nice lady.
That's what I told the school.
Don't let him find out you're alive then, alright? This whole thing would be for nothing.
True.
What do you mean?
Though they found out I was alive, things would go very poorly.
This operation had another purpose outside of escaping Akechi's clutches.
They wouldn't expect us to invade a palace if our leader's gone.
Shido tried to place all the blame on the Phantom Thieves and deceive the public at the same time. He has ruined countless lives, and even made Goro Akechi, a student, assist him with assassinations. A mere
Yes.
change of heart is too lenient a sentence for such an abominable criminal.